Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Last Epoch. So, I did manage to pick it up. I did buy it like a day before the Diablo 4 beta. A lot of people wanted me to compare this to the other ARPGs we've been playing. So we're going to finally do it. If you're wondering why this dude over here looks fucking like a zombie and his eyes are bloodshot red and he looks dead, it's because he is. He's been playing probably 100 plus hours, and he's pretty tired. So yeah, that's what he looks like. So give him a break. He's okay. And don't forget to subscribe and like to the channel. Thanks. So anyways, I picked up Last Epoch like a day before the Diablo beta. We already racked up over 100 hours played. I've reached in game with 2 different characters. I am working on the Necro right now. The Necro is almost 2 empowered. So he's not quite in game, so I can't say I reached on 2 characters. I reached it on my Paladin, my first character. But unfortunately, the multiplayer is kind of laggy. It is beta, and they did just add multiplayer, and there's a tremendous amount of player base right now. So I expect lag. That's fine. So I stopped playing the Paladin because I really made that to do group play, but so now we're going back to solo play on the Necro. So I made a Necro for solo play. And this is what I've gathered and experienced so far, and I just want to share that with you guys and do a little short, quick review. So, like I said, over 100 hours played since I got the game right before D4 beta. Um, at first, the game was kind of intimidating with all the glyphs and stuff you see on the screen there, but it took about an hour to learn all the crafting. The crafting is really nice. I love the crafting system. It's kind of similar to PoE in a way. Really enjoy the depth of the crafting. Compared to D4, that doesn't have a crafting system. D4 is the same system as D3 was. You change one thing on an item, it's not crafting. It's trash. D4, they need to fix D4. Just I don't know. Look at like PoE. Even Undecember's crafting needs to be adjusted. The rates are really hard to get a good item in that game. But, I mean, they do have a crafting system and it is much better than D4's. So, that being said, Last Epoch's crafting system is nice. I really like it. It has a lot of depth to it. There's a lot you can do with it. It's really nice. And it's not hard to understand. Very learner-friendly. There should be a little tutorial on how to do it, just a little bit better. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. So I really enjoyed the crafting system. That's going to give the game a higher rating. Now let's just go straight into the rating. I did give the game, I'd give it probably a solid 7.5, maybe even an 8. There are a huge variety of maps that compared to like Undecember pre-Act 11 and Diablo 4 beta that had pretty much no map variety. The only thing that's pretty repetitive on Last Epoch is the quests. You do get the same quests. It'll be like go and destroy these spires, or go and kill this guy, or go and do this, whatever. So the quests are repetitive, but that's irrelevant because the map variants are pretty. There's a good amount of map variants compared to the other ARPGs. So I'm happy about that. I'm good with that. I'm not okay with there being like only like 4 quests per echo or whatever. So it's kind of weird. They could add a little bit more quests, but it doesn't really matter. I love the PoE style dungeon, where you clear like 80, 90, 95% and then you just kill the boss. I like that style much more than the other ARPGs have done. But I mean, I'm okay with this. This is fine. Short little quest, go to the objective, done. Move on to the next echo. So I'm okay with that. That's good. Now, there is one thing that gave this game a bit higher rating, that did boost it up, and this is something that you rarely see with other ARPGs, and I'm pretty happy to see it happening with Last Epoch, and that is the dev team. The dev team is very active within the community. They read the feedback, comment on the feedback. They tell you, okay, we see that you guys are having this issue, so we are addressing this issue state with the patch, and then they release patch notes. They got future updates, bugs, fixes, and they just all around just include the community in their decisions with improvements in the game, and that's amazing to me. That's huge. That's a big bonus for any game. The dev team being an actual part of the game is huge, and not them just sitting behind the scenes. Hey, we're gonna tweak this and tweak that and do this. We might make more money if we change this or this. You know what I mean? Like, why not talk to the community and find out what the actual players want in your game? And I'm not talking about the mass majority casual players who ask for things like cosmetics in games. Like, that's not the feedback devs are looking for. And I can see, a dev team ignoring 80% of feedback because it's stupid things like add lawn chair cosmetics to a game that doesn't need lawn chair cosmetics, right? So I can see other games not being as involved with the community, but I'm really impressed with the involvement of this dev team towards their community. So that's a big bonus on their rating. Undecember dev team, they don't exist. Where's Ryu, right? At least Diablo 4 did reply to some of the feedback. We did cover that in our last video. The dev team did reply to some of the feedback, but not the important feedback. In my opinion, they didn't really touch on any of the important stuff. They just kind of, Anyways, so let's get back to last Epoch. The game is fire. I'm loving the game. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of content. There's a lot to do. The storyline's pretty fun. You got side quests. If also, real quick, one tip I'm gonna give during this video: if you press M during the game, the bottom left corner, it tells you passive points and idle progression or something, and you can see there that you can get like 15 passive points or something, 8 idle slots or something. Anyways, that is how you tell if you have all your passive quests and idles. So make sure you check that. I had a lot of people asking me, how do I know if I have all my passive points and idles? Well, that's how you do it. So yeah, anyways, back to the game. So I'm going to compare it to Path of Exile, okay? Since Path of Exile is very popular and it's a live game. Diablo 3, I didn't really have enough in-game. Nobody really, So Path of Exile to me seems a little bit more popular right now. ARPG. So, compared to Path of Exile, the diversity in this game is a little less. There's not as much depth. The complexity isn't there. There is diverse builds, though. You essentially each skill you specialize into, you get to put 20 points in that skill base. You can get items that increase the amount of points you get to put into those skills. But let's just say, let's start at base with the 20 points. So the skill tree webs out 4 different directions usually. You got like your fire, your necrotic, your physical, and then your support or something, right? You can't go into every tree. You have to use your 20 points and pick which specialization that you want from each tree, or just like fully utilize one tree and go all into fire or whatever, right? So like there's very unique builds, and each skill you can specialize in. So you can get some very diverse builds from other players, and it's the very unique builds that nobody else plays because piece of gear you're wearing, etc. There's a lot of diversity, which Diablo 4 lacked. Diablo 4, everybody had the same build. There wasn't really anything else to choose from. You pick a skill, you get to pick here or here, A or B, blue or red. Not really much of a choice. In this game, you get not too much, not as insane as Path of Exile, but you do get to choose and define your character the way you want to define your character, whether that's gear based or both or skills, etc. There's just more customization to it than there was in Diablo 4 beta, and maybe Diablo 4 needs to take a look at that, because I love making build guides, and I can make build guides for Diablo 4, but to me they're just common sense because of how lackluster the skill tree is. So it's not really a build guide. This game, I can make tons of build guides, and I will make tons of build guides for it, because this game has lots of potential, lots of fun. It's got a few bugs, and the dev teams are aware of the bugs. They've already tweeted about it. They've already Discorded about it. They've already replied to all the feedback. Dude, they're pumping, dude. I think you got like 5 classes to choose from right now or something like that. Some of the subclasses are locked still. Like for example, the Acolyte Warlock. Warlock hasn't come out yet, so it's still locked. I'm anticipating this. I am going to make a character and then just sit him on the quest that you choose your sub quest, but I'm not going to choose sub quest until Warlock's available. And then I'll just go ahead and choose Warlock. That way I don't have to do all the prerequisites to unlock the Warlock, and I can just grab it as soon as it comes out. And then we can start doing videos on that. But let's go back to the review. So, I mean, compared to PoE, this game is great. This is a way more casual friendly game, you know, for people who don't want to spend their entire lives playing PoE to learn like pretty much a new language, you know, or if not several languages, depending on what you're doing. You know, it's a little bit refined as in the builds and how items work and things like that. And dude, I'm loving the game. It's definitely a recommend for me. If you are looking to fill the void, the time between now and Diablo 4 release, I definitely recommend Last Epoch. Definitely a good solid buy. You're gonna get your money's worth. Now, buyer beware. I did mention several times there are bugs in the game. Okay, certain skills don't work on certain bosses. You know, you get stuck in places. Yeah, there's bugs. It's a beta. There's gonna be bugs, but like I said, the dev team is on top of it and aware of it. So, but yeah, again, I do recommend this game. Hey guys, if you made it this far, please hit that subscribe button and like the video. We're so close to getting 1,000 subs. I need like under 150, so let's go ahead and get that done. Make sure you share the video, let your friends know, get your parents, your grandparents, whatever, your little sister, I don't care. Just give them the sub to the channel, please. Appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, like the crafting system is nice compared to D4, which doesn't have one. So I mean, yeah, the game's great. We're gonna go ahead and cut the video. There's not, you know, that's pretty much all the key points I wanted to cover on the video and the review. So let's just break it down real quick. Would I buy the game? Already bought it. Would I recommend it to anyone? Yes, highly recommend it. You know, buyer beware of the bugs. And does this game have future promise, content, etc.? Yes, definitely. Dev team is phenomenal. One of the best dev teams I've seen in a long time. So I have very high hopes for this. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed the video. And if you got any comments or questions, leave them below in the comment section. I'll get back to you. And y'all have a good week, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.